What's hood, YouTube? It's Queen Krista Trucker, and I'm here with an update finally. I'm gonna make it short because I think when I tried to do it before, the video was kind of long, and for some reason I kept getting an error when I tried to upload it. But anyway, just letting y'all know, man, I'm good. I am at a new school, as you can see. I attend KLLM. Real close to graduating. I test on Tuesday for my second attempt at getting my driver's license. I went this past week Tuesday, and I ended up failing on my parallels. So I'm rescheduled to go back again on Tuesday and test for my CDL. And I feel way more confident this time around than I did before. I thought I was confident, but I found out I really wasn't confident. So I had another week to kind of figure out what's going on with me, get my life together, and just act like I want to be out here driving a truck. You know, I kind of just been going through the motions. I really don't know what was happening, but my confidence wasn't really there. And I think that's why I didn't do great like I should have this past Tuesday on my first attempt. But anyway, enough of that. So, last video I made, I was going down to Prime Inc. back on August 20th, and I did go. And I came home on August 24th. It's very short run there. It just didn't work out. Did everything that they asked me to do. I was being honest. But sometimes you can give a little bit too much information and it'll backfire on you. And that's kind of what happened in my situation. And I was going to be able to come back, but I really didn't want to do what they was asking me to do because it wasn't really necessary. And I definitely didn't want to have to come back and go through that long, drawn-out process again that I went through on that Monday. So I put Plan B into action, and Plan B was me attending KLLM. I probably should have just went here first, but by the time I found out about KLLM, I was pretty much dead set on going to Prime already. So, I thought I'd give it a whirlwind, and it didn't work out. And everything happens for a reason. So, KLLM is 20 minutes up the street from my house. It's in Chicago Heights, Illinois. So, a south suburb, just outside of the city of Chicago. And KLLM is a good school. I love the instructors. Everybody's real cool, down to earth. You can talk to them like you've been knowing them for years. Kind of informal. They not like sticklers on anything outside of you just showing up and being there on time and putting in effort. That's pretty much it. But for the most part, it's a pretty laid back school. The Chicago location is small in comparison to KLLM's Lancaster, Texas, and Jackson, Mississippi location. So the student-to-teacher ratio is great, at least for me anyway. I know when I went to Prime, I was in orientation. Well, not really orientation, but first day I was in there. 97 students. At KLLM, shit, it wasn't even 10 of us in class. We have a lot more now, but that's really because, a lot of people aren't passing their first time going to test. So, they're second try students, and, that kind of gets the class filled up because they do get new students every Monday, but it's not a big number. It's probably like 6 has been the most that they'd get on a Monday. And by Friday, they'd probably lose 2 to 3 of them due to drug test or medical. So, other than that, I mean, like I said, the student to teacher ratio is great. It's probably like 4 students per instructor. There's 3 instructors currently, and they're waiting on a 4th to start. So 3 instructors, about 4 students to an instructor. In some cases 6, it just depends. So that's a plus. There's no out-of-pocket cost to go to KLLM. which is a huge plus. Me going down to Prime, I know if you go down to Prime, your out of pocket cost is $150, $155 or whatever it was. KLLM, there's no out of pocket cost. They're going to pay for you to take your permit test each time, and of course they're going to pay for you to take your driving test to actually get your license. So those are pluses. If you are a permit holder, you would come in on a Thursday. If you are a non-permit holder, then you do start on Monday. You kind of train and study in a group setting for your permit test. So yes, you got to study on your own, but while you're there with the school, then you are studying in a group in a class full of people that's all trying to get their permit. They use, so I kind of start from the beginning. So KLLM will do a drug test and DOT physical. KLLM's drug test is hair follicle. So you do want to make sure you are clean for at least 3 to 6 months to ensure that you're going to pass. But I want to say 3 is the minimum, but that also depends on how often and how much you might, smoke marijuana or whatever the case may be. What else? Outside of that, if you pass your DOT physical and your drug screen and you get your permit, they give you $250 for getting that done, and you get that usually by the end of the week. So that's cool. You don't have to give it back. You can use it for whatever. In my case, since I already had my permit, I just had to basically pass my DOT physical and drug test. And once I was cleared, then I got $250, $250 gift card, which was really cool for them to do. They give you another $250 after you get your CDL, and when you're done with orientation. With them, their orientation pay is about $73.50 per day, if I'm not mistaken. So I think a minimum of like $500 and some dollars each week is what you get paid out after you get your CDL. So with them, because you drive manuals and you have to learn how to shift and all that good stuff, you don't go out with a trainer immediately. You need to learn how to shift and drive the truck and practice on your skills and all your pre-trip stuff. And then once you get your CDL, you have a couple of days of orientation. You wait for a trainer. Once you get a trainer or a mentor, whatever you want to call them, you'd go out with them for 6 weeks. Then after the 6 weeks, they take you to Jackson, Mississippi for you to do an upgrade to become solo. So that's the process with KLLM and how they work. So about 3 to 4 weeks training on the drive pad and learning how to shift and learn how to pre-trip and skills. Learn everything you need to learn to get your CDL itself. Get your permit and CDL. And then after that, your mentor will take over and take you to the next level of driving. So, but yeah, KLLM is a really good school. I don't know how it works down at the other 2 locations, but the Illinois location, they accept students from Indiana and Illinois, of course. And I believe if they are taking you from out of state, that means that you already have your CDL and you're just trying to get on with that company, either KLLM or FFE. FFE is their local transportation group. You work 5 days on and 2 days off. So whatever day you start with them, you'd work 5 days in a row and then you got 2 days off. If you go KLLM, you have the option to do over the road or you can do regional. I plan on going regional, which means I would only drive the surrounding states of Illinois, including Illinois, which would be cool. So you have options. You're not forced to do over the road, which is awesome. But I believe when you're out with your mentor, you are going to be OTR for those 6 weeks. So that's about it. But I think that sums it up, man. I'm doing good out here. Pretty confident in what I'm doing now. Like I said, I had to get my life together, and for some reason today, just a light bulb clicked in my brain. I'm like, I need to be out here acting like this is what I want to do and drive these trucks like I'm finna be doing this for the rest of my life, because I wasn't really acting like that. I just kind of got real complacent with everything in my training. Not that anything was wrong, but then especially after I didn't pass the first time, I really did start to feel some type of way. But I see why I didn't pass. It wasn't my time to be blessed with my CDL, because I wasn't confident in what I was doing out here. And hell, I wouldn't want to bless me with a CDL either if I was in the mindset that I was at. So today was big for me. It was an eye opener. I was taking initiatives to drive first, just stuff that I haven't been doing. They say, okay, who want to go out and drive first? We got to go get fuel or something. And I just be sitting back chilling like I was too scared. Today I was like, I'm driving first, so just in a different mind, just in a different state of mind. And that helped a lot. But anyway, I'm going to just say, if you're trying to get out here in this game, do your research before you go to these out-of-state schools. Can't really say whether or not Prime is a good school because I wasn't there long enough to be taught anything. I didn't make it out of the first week. And hey, it happens. Majority of the students don't, for one reason or another. They're pretty picky. And hell, since they have a huge pile of people to pick from, they really could care less, even if they send you home for something really petty, in my case personally. So just do your research, see if that's what you really want to do. And if you do decide to go out of state, just have a plan B. This way, if it falters through, you're not wondering like, okay, well, what am I do now? You know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as I found out that I was going to have to go home, I applied to KLLM that same day while I was still at the hotel down in Springfield. So I was ready. I was ready to move forward, and I was only delayed with my training by a week. I started at KLLM on August 30th. So, and it wasn't even a whole week. It was, 5 days? Something like that. So it's all good. Oh, KLLM also is just Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's the hours that we train and practice and whatnot. So just want to throw that in there. I believe I covered everything. If you got any questions for me, I'll do my best to answer them. And I guess I'll update y'all when I get my L's. So wish me luck. I'm out of here.